Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. The Ice Lightning Mage class has consistently been in the top 15 most popular classes, sitting at the moment just below the Buccaneer in popularity, looking at classes that reach level 255 and above. So what makes this Ice Cold class so popular? That's what we intend to find out in today's video, why everyone plays Ice Lightning Mage. This mage was already a very awesome class from the get-go, as it was one of my first characters and one of my first mains. Back then I even put points in strength because it was too hard to get out of Maple Island, and I only had a few skill points assigned to Magic Guard. Thankfully, my next Ice Lightning Mage was in a better shape. The Ice Lightning Mage always had great mobbing and the ability to freeze monsters. Like all other Explorer mages, it also benefited a lot from the meta, where they could spam their full map attacks, explaining why there were so many high level Ice Lightning Mages to begin with. Monsters can no longer be frozen, however their ice attacks still slow monsters' movement significantly, which has a unique interaction with some boss monsters, making this class pretty interesting to use as a bossing mule, and of course their grinding is absolutely crazy, like most mages out there. But before we dive deeper into the mobbing and bossing of this class, I first want to talk a bit about today's video sponsor, Owenius. These sponsorships help keep the channel going, so your support is always greatly appreciated, and you've probably seen them on the channel already. Owenius is a remote software tool that I've personally been using for a while. Using Owenius, you can connect your phone to your desktop and remote control it from your phone. This allows me, for example, to still do my dailies and log in for events without having to be at my desk. That's what I'm using this program for right now, just for login events and running Monster Park when I'm away from home. And I'm pretty sure I'll be using it for the upcoming anniversary events as well. I'm currently using the game version of Owenius. With this version, you can create a custom keyboard so I can play MapleStory on the go. Even the more button intense classes. You can edit your buttons on the fly to suit your playstyle and in case you want to switch games. There's even some pre-made presets available for most popular games. Owenius also has different plans available. The free plan covers remote desktop and files. The pro version contains Android device support and remote CMD, and the game version that I'm using allows for way better controls while gaming and custom keyboard setups. They also have other useful tools like this smart plug that allows you to safely turn on and off your computer once you're done. There also are some hot sales going on right now. Get 20% off for 2 devices and 40% off for 3 devices or more. And if you're not convinced yet, you can use the code appearing on the screen right now to get a free 7-day trial of Owenius Remote Game. This is only for the first 200 people though, so act quickly. Head over to the Owenius website, click on rewards, sign in, and boom, you're done. You can then easily set up your screen mirroring with your QR code. There is a link in the video description and top comment if you're interested. Again, many thanks to Owenius for sponsoring today's video, and now back to the video itself. So Ice Lightning Mage, their mobbing, it's crazy good. Their chain lightning skill has gotten even more range with the Destiny update last year, and it's super powerful at the moment. It even has a 25% additional critical rate, which is great for Maples who are just starting out. When grinding, you'll be using Chain Lightning and your Frozen Orb, which you fire off in any direction. It then keeps traveling that way, dealing damage. Also applying Frozen Stacks, which in turn help your lightning attacks deal more damage. Besides that, there are your absolutely amazing 5th job skills. Bolt Barrage is a skill where lightning strikes the map traveling the way you shot the skill. It's like the Rune of Thunder but on steroids, destroying everything in its path. You have access to the Ice Age skill that deals damage and freezes a large part of the map and then continuously deals damage over time, which is amazing for grinding. There also is this big frozen lady that you can summon, which deals damage in a big area around her while she's up there. Usually you iterate between those 3 skills when grinding, and it's really good. Ice Lightning Mages also have 2 summons, one that follows you around and the lightning spear that can be placed down. If you're also using Air Dash Shower, you can cover almost any map with your attacks, especially with Chain Lightning being as good as it is. This Ice Lightning Mage has 15k stats, by the way. We built this character during season 1 of the Zero to Hero series. So grinding is absolutely amazing. I can totally see why anyone would play this class because it's really good. Bossing is also really fun on this class, at least in my opinion. I'm actually doubting between hyperburning this class and Kane on my main account. Because your attacks can freeze some bosses, it becomes super easy to keep your distance, so you just need to worry about anything long range the boss throws at you. One of your other 5th job skills that I didn't mention yet, called Jupiter Thunder, is absolutely amazing for dealing a lot of burst damage. And Ice Lightning Mages are, together with Best Class Paladin, the only Explorer classes to have their own bind, saving you a node slot for any other skill. If monsters have frozen stacks, your lightning attacks get more ignore defense, critical damage and damage per stack, which again is great for Maples looking for a bit more power in that area. Ice Lightning Mage, their base stats aren't too bad either. Lots of little buffs here and there, like for example, they also deal 20% more final damage against monsters who are frozen and stunned, and both your lighting and ice skills applying that debuff, so that's pretty chill. Their kit is pretty well designed in my opinion. It all like flows well into each other. When it comes to the other mages, the Ice Lightning Mage is a bit in between the other two, being easier to play than the Fire Poison Mage and less supportive but more focused on damage compared to the Bishop, even though one of your frozen auras does reduce damage for your party members, and you have meditation to increase some magic attack for your party, but that's about it. Also, this class, even though I'm like super hyped for this class, it's definitely not perfect either. There still are some things that could be improved. For example, your lightning orb keeps traveling even if it hits a boss monster, so unless the boss monster is in the corner, some of your hits from that attack will not hit the boss as it will just keep traveling. Having a bind in your kit is also great, but one small issue, your bind is also your only invincibility frame skill, unless if you're using that 5th job skill one. So having to choose between wanting to live or binding a boss can be a bit tricky at times, but those are just minor inconveniences. Who needs invincibility frames anyway, just don't get hit, easy. Also a bit of good news for Maple is looking into playing this class after the Savior update, which you will get in June, so after that update, the skill damage of Chain Lightning will be increased by 20%, so from 200 to 220%. So a small buff for this attack at least is coming your way as well, which I don't think the Ice Lightning Mage needs, but hey, more damage is more damage, right? Can't go wrong with that. So amazing mobbing and fun interactions with some of the boss monsters that you can freeze makes this class quite popular. At least that's what I think makes this class quite popular. What do you think about the Ice Lightning Mage yourself? Let me know in the comments. And that's all for today. Thank you all for watching, and as always, special thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Special thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian, Hanoy, Ryalias, Terry Kim, Vareese, Mora, Wiley, Historycanon, BackSpaceOTI, Saffronyx, Ziggy Deer, Flidiot, Knifesu, Cloudfix, Jesus Rodriguez, Digby, Vira, Trevor, Michael Menchaca, Ratius, Justin Vale, Silvio Nato, Afterlord_MS, Striker Elk, Tidal on Fun, Radical Jaws, Ricer RU, Sir Tito 655, Mathias Simonsson, PC Game Life, The Passenger, Martin Panzik, Anwar Crystallis, Ace Light, Mr. Narc, Ben Wolf, Max Bernhardt, Muka 1017, BNB King, Scotty Flies Fast, Priscilla, Brendon Cam, Vake Botnet, Fecco, Victor Sundstrom, ceemak, Only, Rashid Alharmoudi, Glando Belavia, Gianfranco Calderon Canavero, Lucky Beats, Mathieu Def, Gummy Bullet, Lord Fazil, Spats the Kaiser, Zunnen, That Archie Guy, Grogo, Gabriel Eck, Louis Bento Brandao, Dante Victory, Snaffupop, Astia Villa, Tails Kurtzpet, and the Wolf Drake. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and happy mapling!